teamless.
United in the Europa League. Europa League. We tell them one time and we say Europa League.
Europa League. We tell them one time and we say Europa League. It's all on Europa League. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the preview for Manchester United's trip to France to face Lyon in the quarterfinals. First leg of the Europa League, man. This is the game. This is the only game we care about. And obviously next week as well when we play them again. But it's time. It's time to fully be locked in to this game, Owen. It's all starting to become very big. We've got other teams smashing Europe's finest at home. Meanwhile, we're sort of gearing up to face Lacazette, Maitland-Niles, and Matic. So yeah, and we're shitting ourselves. Yeah, Tagliafico, Cherky,
yeah.
Oh, mate, yeah.
Hey, look, it's positivity. That's what we're doing, Flex. Yeah, we're going into this with positivity. Look, they are a good team, no doubt about it. They've got Cherky as well, who's playing very well. Obviously, everyone wants to, we should sign. But this is it. This is our season. Forget the Premier League. We've said we've forgotten the Premier League for a long period of time. And what we've got to do is the same thing we did against Real Sociedad, and it's the same pattern. First leg's away from home, which is going to be difficult, challenging. But second leg, that's the one that's going to be at Old Trafford. So what do? You get to the second leg either winning or still in the tie, just like we did against Sociedad. And then you can go through at Old Trafford and we can be euphoric. It's difficult to say Man United should be beating any team this season because we're not very good. But you would think, looking at their players, like I said, Tagliafico, Matic, Lacazette, Tolisso, really?
They've got a couple out as well. I think their midfielder, I can't remember his name, is out.
Yeah, they got some names out too. So you would hope, but it's about what kind of Manchester United show up, of course. In the Europa League this season, we've been very good. We're unbeaten. We're still one of the only teams undefeated in Europe. And it's April. It's mad. So we, for whatever reason, have been not able to do it in any other competition apart from the Europa League this season. So it's hopefully got to continue. And because otherwise, it's just going to be a really boring end to the season, isn't it? There's not really anything to play for anyway, it feels like. But this is it. This is it. Michael Jackson said this is it.
Yeah, no, I hear you. In terms of the team news and what we maybe want to see, I've been thinking, Owen.
Yeah.
And it's not crazy take or anything. It's just what I think. I want to see what you guys think and you. Listen, the Casemiro-Ugarte pivot has got its limitations. I agree. And the last couple of games in particular, Ugarte off at halftime against Forest because that weren't the type of game we needed him for because we just didn't need to be on the ball that much. Or sorry, we were on the ball a lot more than we anticipated. Against City, he was okay, but Casemiro was the one who shone. I want to play them two again for that protection, just to make sure nothing crazy happens. Feel our way into the game. I know that could be a bit defeatist, where you say, "Listen, go for it. We got the chance to go for a lead and get a lead and bring it back, and could even kill the tie. All of this stuff." You say, just put Bruno back there, play him next Casemiro, then go for it. Start Mason Mount in there next to Garnacho, maybe, or I don't know. There are different ways to do it, and maybe we could see that, actually, off the top of my head. Maybe Mason Mount could start, shockingly. You never know. But I just think that he's been playing those two. Yeah. And I think this is probably the time to do it. Away in a must-not-lose game. Just do safety first and build from there. If we see that the game's gone the way that we need it to go and it's all right, we've done okay. Again, drop Bruno back one, take off Ugarte and go from there. Do what you want to do. We'll wait and see what happens from training. He said Cobby has been training with the team. We'll see if he's in the squad. So you might have Cobby back on the bench. Depending who you start up front, there could be Rasmus, Xerxes, maybe on the bench. Potentially, Mason Mount will be on the bench. So you've got options in that 10 forward options to kind of mix it up a little bit. And then, of course, Garnacho, I think he'll just start. I just think He's the only one, again, who's going to run, who's going to make things happen. Of course, the wrong decision making, not in good form, all of that stuff. But Ruben seems to keep playing him. And of course, you've got Eriksen in the 10 if you want a different type of thing. So I just think go with that safety first of Casemiro Ugarte. Don't change it.
Yeah, I think away from home, certainly. We know it doesn't really matter what combination we put up when it comes to the striking situation. We're going to struggle for goals, like we just will. And one thing's though, in the last few games, we have been creating, it feels like, more chances or been in better positions. Our build-up play has legitimately been better for the last, I don't know, like 6 weeks or so, hasn't it? Really, we're pass the ball around a bit better in midfield. The horseshoe doesn't happen as much. And if we do need to take the sting out of the game, a bit like we did away at Sociedad, we do have the ability to do that now.
Yeah,
just keep the ball around the back. Go to the horseshoe. Just keep.
Yeah, sometimes you need to horseshoe. Yeah,
yeah, exactly. Just nothing silly. So I think that's good. It's just going to be a case of, can we score goals? Can we? We're looking towards Bruno again, aren't we? Let's be honest. Have you got something else in you? Garnacho. Who knows if he'll start? Maybe Ruben will take him out of the team this time around and go up. Impact second half. Because chances have been kind of mad that he's been missing the last few. And maybe Patrick Dorgu actually wants to do an overlap that he will get a pass.
He will get the ball.
Yeah, he actually will get the ball. So like you said, maybe that is where he goes. Okay, right, I will go with Mason Mount this time, perhaps. But he's been very on the record saying, got to be careful though, got to manage his minutes, got to be careful, blah, blah, blah. Maybe he goes with Xerxes up front again to go, I'll hold the ball up. Xerxes didn't start at the weekend, which was quite surprising, wasn't it? That Xerxes didn't start. It did make you think, maybe he's saving him for Thursday. So I wouldn't necessarily be shocked, actually, if it was Xerxes starting up front, along with an Eriksen and, I don't know, maybe a Bruno. I don't know. And then you go, like you said, Ugarte, Casemiro pivot, something
Really?
like that.
So you think Garnacho might not start then?
Yeah, maybe second half sub.
Might go a little bit more concerned, like keep the ball,
a bit
make
more
good decisions, kind of.
Yeah.
Xerxes, Eriksen, Bruno. Eriksen in at the cold though.
Or maybe it's Mount. Maybe it would be Mount.
But he's still. Will he risk that one yet? I mean, at some like you said, what's the point in playing? He's got to start a game sometime. He's not going to play 90 minutes. But keeping the ball, can you depend on it? I wouldn't. In terms of his experience, Mason Mount's won a Champions League. He knows what it is to play in big games. I would trust him like on the ball just to make sure nothing bad happens. Can he be relied upon though to do it? Well, he's fit now and he's played the last couple of games off the
Flex. Is there any way that Luke Shaw starts?
No.
Because I'm just looking at the team that played against Sociedad away from home. Kind of thinking, what did Ruben kind of do last time? Yeah. And he went with Mazraoui, De Ligt, Yoro, and we're saying De Ligt's probably not going to make it. So that's probably Mazraoui, Maguire, Yoro, probably.
Again.
Yeah. Or Aiden Heaven was with the team, but he wasn't in the squad, was he, on the weekend? Yeah. So you never know.
And he's at me back.
Yeah. Wing backs, Dorgu and Dalot, which would be the same.
Yeah.
The midfield against Sociedad was Casemiro, Bruno, but Ugarte wasn't available at that point. He had a little knock.
Yeah, he was injured. Yeah.
So it could go. He could go with.
Luke Shaw is 1,000,000% not starting.
He could go with Ugarte, Bruno, maybe sort of way, and then the front three he did was Xerxes, Højlund, Garnacho.
Casemiro's definitely playing though. I'll say that he's one of the first names that definitely with how Ruben's rating him and just how he's performing. If we're being honest, in the 6th position, he's the best option there right now. Let's just call it as it is. In terms of form and know-how, and we are playing more compact. So let's be real. Since this resurgence of Casemiro, he ain't been left on no island.
It feels like if, like you said, if there was a game to do Casemiro, if it was a game for both, it would be away from home.
It's
Europa
now,
League.
yeah.
Make sure you don't lose. Make sure you don't get bad.
And the reasoning behind it against City was at home against City. You know, they're still City. Just do you know what I mean? So at the Forest was third best team in the league.
Yeah,
don't get smacked. Do you know what I mean? So it's the same. It's the same context. Even though we ended up getting done by one, but that was the only one we got done by. Other than that, the Forest didn't really trouble us. So and City didn't trouble us. So really, there isn't a lot of panic. So I think I think he goes with that same back five. Well, back five, including the 2 central midfielders. So them same 7 players,
Apart
I
from
think will be exactly the same.
like it was at the
Or did
weekend.
it weren't
Yeah.
now? Yeah, yeah. That's why he took Harry Maguire off after 60 minutes as well, because he needs to start.
Yeah.
And he said, like, that was what I forgot to say, because I put it on the X. You guys called me. You called Dr. Fleck, during the stream. Yeah. KG
I did
called.
see that. Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah. And you asked me what was going on. And what did
Load
I say?
management, load management, you've got to be careful. You don't want to bring these players back,
Right. And when our manager was questioned about this after the game, what did he say?
Well, he's got to be careful, load management, So
we told him before the game it was 60 minutes, by the medical department. So
yeah, you'll be bringing that level of expertise to the match on Thursday. So
mate, I've got 100% strike record. Apart from saying Heaven's in massive trouble.
But everyone thought that.
But I hadn't seen the scans yet.
No, you hadn't.
I hadn't seen the scans, and everyone.
Ruben was like, he's a really young player. He's a really young player.
He can't even tell us how he's feeling.
He doesn't know.
So I couldn't get the information out of him. I had a chat with Aiden, and he couldn't vocalize where the pain was, what area it was in. So I couldn't do a proper analysis.
Exactly.
Right. Owen, predictions for the first leg.
I'm going to shock you here. I'm going to go with 2-1 Manchester United. Manchester United. Yeah. In the Europa Premiership. We're going to win. We're going to win the Europa Premiership. Flex, play some good football. 2-1, 2-1 or a 1-1. 2-1 or a 1-1. But I do think we're going to go through the tie. We're going to go through the tie. We'll have enough. We're not going to go into Old Trafford next week being like, I don't know, we're going to turn this one around.
I'm being positive. Like I said, I told you guys what I'm on with the Europa League. We're going to win it over Bruno's dead body as well. All of that vibes. So yes. Having said that, like I say, over the tie, yes. Tomorrow night, I think draw. I think we'll get a draw and then get them back to Old Trafford once we've felt them out a little bit, see what's gone on, and then up the levels at home. So yes, 1-1. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this, guys. Lock in Trinity match for you tomorrow. Is Marcel joining as well? Hopefully,
I'll ask. I think he's. He probably.
Yeah, we shall see. But Owen, myself, and KG will be there as well. Okay, smash the like on the video, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. We are out of here. Peace.